See, we are live. We are live. Oh my God! Welcome, LA School of Comedy. It's a wonderful night. It is Funky Friday. It's the hottest night of the week. My name is Sunda Kronquist. I'm your host, and tonight we have a wonderful open mic night. And I'm really glad that you guys make comments, keep them nice, keep everything positive. And for the performers, this is another microphone stand. Okay, so I don't know what y'all plan on getting me for my birthday and Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all that, but I need y'all to bring I need microphones, I need production equipment. I can't afford these boys. You're rough and tough. Today was a crazy day. I woke up, I said the Shema, which you wouldn't know. It's like the Jewish Our Father, right? And this is so funny because you know what someone said to me? I waited the last minute for an emergency, okay? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And it had something to do with, keeping this place afloat. And the gentleman said to me, well, how did you think you were going to get the money? He goes, what were you going to do, say a Hail Mary? And I said, well, Hail Mary, full of grace, bless my boyfriend's ugly face. I would say that every day, and my friends would laugh at that come on in. Hey, there you go. Can you log in, sign in, so you can help me? I was just about to tell you the story of my life. It's okay. Oh, okay. It's not my life. So I woke up and I said, oh my God, I can't see. That's it. I woke up and I couldn't see. And it was like I thought I had Jerry Curl activator in my eyes. I was like, what is going on? And I called someone who said to me, he said, because I knew him from an event I did. He's a very established doctor. I'm not going to say his name, but he got me in. He's a surgeon. And if any of you guys have heard my act before, you guys all know I'm petrified of eyes. I hate eyes. I hate people look at my eyes, ask me what color are my eyes. When I got there, they had a bowl of Reese's with eyes on them and offered them to me. And the guy says to me, it's okay, they're Reese cups. No, I see eyes. So you don't know the backstory. So I'm petrified of eyes. I'm scared of blind people. I hated Jose Feliciano. I always walked off on Stevie Wonder. Ray Charles got me depressed until he calls and he requests me to open for him in Vegas. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And my whole family's like, you gotta do that. Oh, God, Ray Charles, Lord have mercy. And I have to tell you something. You have to prepare yourself for these things. And so I advise all of you, if you dare to do these things, you have to prepare yourself. So I prepared myself. And I went to do a performance for the blind. So I would not be uncomfortable. So Rich would freak out. You'd freak the fuck out because I'm so scared. I'm scared of blind people. But what I didn't know is that when you start the show, the microphone, the frequency hits the dogs. Who saw the fucking dogs in the audience? I hear, all I said was, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And they went, ooh, like coyotes. Is that the craziest shit? And on the way there, the director calls me and goes, I get there and my cell phone died. And she goes, Sunda, you're the talent and you're the talent booker? And I said, yes. And she goes, you have to call home. It's an emergency. I just left. What could be so serious, Mark? That's what I said to him. He goes, why are you yelling at me? He goes, your mother just called and said somebody hit you on the head with a hammer and stole that cell phone because that's what they're doing. My battery died. My mother's so crazy. You know what she used to say? Do not go outside, they're dropping dead. And she wasn't even the Jew. Not that you have to be Jewish to kvetch, because believe me, I could kvetch. So here I am in a situation where they tell me they're going to put me through a multitude of tests today, and I don't like eyes, so they have to keep a waste bucket next to me because, unfortunately, I hurl. And it's a guy named Carlos, and don't tell him I told you the story because he's coming one night, and I'm going to be very brief. Dude, they put me in some shit. Like, I felt like I was in outer space. And it hurt. Like, they numbed my eyes. And they did all kinds of things and touched it with all the, and prodded me. And I came out alive. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. No, it was 3 hours. It was grueling. And it's so funny because, when you work with people who are positive, you have to stay positive. And I want to thank all of you for being positive and coming out here and keeping this going. And I really want to say thank you to Aaron, who's got us going over here. Thank you so much for going. And we're going to start the show. I just wanted to share that with you because it was just crazy. Because, I didn't even tell you. The guy says to him, I go, am I blind? And he says to me, no, he says, but your cholesterol is high. Do you know how high your cholesterol is to come out of your friggin' eyes? So I call my cardiologist. You too? Yeah. Tell me what is how crazy.
I don't know, but she's like, oh, you should check your cholesterol. But I got to check that. It was fine, but it was enough that it was showing up in my eyeballs.
In my eyeballs.
Yeah.
So the whole day I had cramps. I don't know why, but I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that wasn't the crazy part. Okay, the crazy part is I meet a nice woman coming out of a dental office. And we're talking, and she says, I'm a comic, we're talking, her daughter's a model. And she shows me her phone, and I go, wow, your letters are huge. How'd you get your phone like that? She goes, I have to have it. She says, you know, I have cholesterol in my eyes, and it stopped my sight. And so I'm on this new medicine that I take, and I take a shot. And I was just like, what are the odds that she walks out of a dental office and says that? Now, what are the odds? That's so weird that I found out there was medication for it. Hello there. So, we are definitely doing this. Oh boy, I gotta tell you something. We have to have so much fun in this lifetime. All right, I just want to say that. We have to have so much fun. I saw a woman on television giving a speech, and I realized I'd interviewed her for a show called Kids Talk, Gang Talk about her son, and then I realized she married the son's best friend, and I was like, what is going on? Because I recognize, you know when you recognize somebody? I was like, that was the best friend's son. We're going to start the show at one point, and I know I've been talking everything, but someone's going to come in. Someone's going to come in, but I know we're going to have a great time. And guys, if you want to, if you guys watching, please follow us, like us, love us, and just pay attention to us. Are you coming back? We're going to wait for a set.
I'm getting my friend from there. She was doing.
Oh, okay. You know, in real life, this shit doesn't happen, right? I just want to tell you, but we just have fun with it. So I'm going to start the show with the one and only comedy of the one and only Kenzie Foster.
Kenzie Foster's here.
Hey, thank you so much, Sunda. Hey, geez, you guys just drove over here from Hollywood. Saw 17 homeless people on the way over here. It's pretty fantastic. They looked happier than most people, you know. They actually didn't look that sad. You know, in Hollywood, the weather's fine, you know. One of them was missing a foot. He didn't look too happy, but, you know, the other ones, they looked content in their ways. Content, to say the least, is a good little drive. Good little drive. Found myself driving a lot lately, huh? You guys big drivers? Heck yeah. Yeah, man. I'm a pretty good driver. You know, I hit about 300 yards off the tee. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Hey, yo. Oh, yeah, we golf. Guys, I turned 30 this year, and I have no wife or kids. You know, I would like to... Thank you. Yeah, I would like to thank Plan B and the, you know, subconscious feeling of not deserving love. You know, those two things in tandem keeps you single for life, you know. But I was wondering why, you know, why have I made it this far? You know, and I think it might have to do with my dad, who's he's on wife number 5. Maybe my stepdad, who's on wife number 3, or maybe my mom, she's got no faults. She's an angel, you know. No faults at all there. No faults at all. You know, on dates, girls will bring it up. They're like, oh, so what's your family like? And I'm just like, I didn't think this was going to turn into a therapy session. You know, I don't want to get into that. You know, but I've been in some long-term relationships through my 20s. You know, I was in a 5-year and a 2-year back-to-back, and you know, I think that's because I was a codependent simp. You know, it's hard coming to terms with being a simp. You guys know what a simp is, yeah? You know, don't know what a simp is?
No.
Not a simpleton.
No, it's a
You know,
guy who
that's
goes
your
after
dad.
girls he can't get.
No, it's not. It's not a guy who goes after girls he can't get. It's a guy who puts, or a girl. A girl can be a simp too, but they put the person they're in a relationship with or dating on a pedestal. They make him a huge priority, and they neglect all their other obligations. You know, yeah, and it's a tough pill to swallow. You know, realizing you're a simp. It's not so simple to get through it. You know, not so simple. You know, but I've learned some lessons. And I've put up some guards. You know, from now on, I'm kind of like Meg from Hercules. You guys know that one? You know, no matter how perfect this woman is, you know, there's just no chance, no way I won't say it. You guys know Hercules? Oh, fucking wrong crowd. There's a whole, it's a super catchy song. You know, these people, they're trying to convince her, she's trying to convince herself that she's not in love with Hercules, but, you know, she is. But there's just no chance, no way she won't say it. You know, so, you know, no matter how perfect they are, it could be a lawyer. Yeah, boom. You know, she could be a lawyer, you know, real intelligent, beautiful. There's just no chance, no way. You know, she could be a chef who loves giving roadhead.
Oh.
There's just no chance, no way I won't. You know, or potentially, you know, a nurse, a hot nurse who wants to settle down and loves to quote Adam Sandler movies. Yeah, and there's just no chance, no way I won't say it. You know, won't say it anymore. Won't say I'm in love. You know, can't do it. I got up these guards. You know, even though I do enjoy relationships. You know, the deep emotional connection with a partner and morning sex is just the best. You know, you guys like morning sex?
Oh, yeah.
There's a morning sex crowd. You know, I got that line of drool, you know, going down to the puddle on the pillow, you know, just hair cemented on their cheek. You know, it's just closest thing to like caveman sex that we've got these days. Just a couple of grunts, like and then just, you know, have a ball. Sun's coming up, you know, and so are we. Yeah. Working out some new stuff, guys. But breakups are sad. Though, you know, in my experience, can't have a relationship without a breakup. You know, it's, you know, the sad part, you know, because you got to talk to the person, and I mean, unless you don't, and then you're kind of a douche, you know. But the sad part, you know, you got to be like, hey, remember all that stuff about forever? Yeah, that was temporary. You know, I feel like that's the hardest part, you know, at least in my experience. Some guys, they take a while to get over it. But me, I'm just like, all right, let's throw on some Dude, Where's My Car and John Wick movies, and I'm content now, you know. I just need a dog and a vendetta, and I'm set, you know. Yeah, which funny idea for a movie about a dog with a vendetta. You know, he's just after the doctor who took his balls the whole time. You know, just going around from one vet tech to another, murdering them, like Dexter style. Like, I'm gonna find this vet tech who got my balls. You know, just castrates a veterinarian. Go fetch these, motherfucker. You know. Yeah. Call it D for Dog Detta. Yeah. Yeah. Funny stuff. You guys have a good week? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, what's got you so down?
It was just
Don't get quick.
Getting ads. I've been trying to do some ads, and it's been frustrating to get them to work.
Ads? Are you in marketing?
Yeah, I'm doing. I have a little side business. And I've been trying to get it off the ground with some ads.
Okay, like social media ads? Okay, and they're just not working?
They're working. They were just frustrating to make.
What was frustrating about it?
I was just like, I was trying to get my credit card information in there, and
You paying someone?
Huh?
You paying someone to do your ads for your business?
It's like on.
Are you?
No. It's like a platform.
Have you made any money?
No, not yet.
Bad business. Bad business. Yeah, rule number 1 in business: make money. That's why I don't get these non-profits. Some bullshit. Guys, I had a dream the other night that me and a buddy were enjoying some really mediocre pulled pork sandwiches. And the chef came out and he was like, "Aren't these sandwiches the shit?" And I was like, "Did you shit in these sandwiches?" Because it seems like you took a shit in these sandwiches. Not as powerful as MLK's dream, but a dream nonetheless. I have a dream about shit sandwiches. You ever wake up in the morning and say, not today, so roll back over, go to bed, and then you get fired? Hasn't happened to me yet. Still got my day job. Coming from that, I'm currently working as a financial consultant, finance bro, and apparently now ladies are looking for a guy in finance. You guys hear this song? Really popular. We're looking for a guy in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes. Coming up short on pretty much every other qualification. Sorry to let down all the gold digging whores out there. But yeah, that song, it sounds like it was written by some Nazis though, huh? Yeah, just in the studio, cooking it up like 6'5", da, blue eyes, da, yeah. Hitler in the back like, go on, is he blonde? Blonde is far superior. Yeah. Aryan? Oh, 6'5", blonde and Aryan. Da. Okay, more Da's, more Aryan. Okay. Okay. Okay, Aryan. Is he Aryan? Okay.
It's a perfect night for this.
Yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, lot of mystery around consulting work. It's like you ask a consultant, what do they do? And they're like, I consult stuff. It's like, yeah, well, what the fuck does that even mean? In my case, I take about 15 calls a day, and people ask me what to do with their money, how to invest, things of that sort. All kinds of people, old people, young people, black people. And old people are fun. Old people are fun. They got stories. Right? They just love to tell stories. I got this guy, he called in, he was like, yeah, back in the 90s, I got this hot tip from my buddy Jimmer, my good uncle Jimmer, and he told me about a company called Microsoft, and now I'm rich as fuck, and have 3 condos in Puerto Vallarta. Pretty fun. Young people, they don't like people with a lot of money. You guys see that? Society, yeah, they like to say eat the rich, eat the rich. They might be able to pull that off if they weren't eating so much ass. Maybe cut back on the shit eating, and you might be able to accomplish something, young people. And then I had this black guy call in, real cool guy. I did my spiel. I was like, hey, this is Kenzie with the company, and what can I help you with? And he was like, hey, are you a fiduciary? And I was like, yes, sir, I am. And he was like, great, that means you're not a douche. We can do business. And I was like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what that means. And He was like, hey, well, how about you help me turn this 401k into an 801k, all right? And I was like, all right, we can do that. Sounds good. That's my job. And, yeah, it was a lot of fun. You guys are pleasant. You guys are, you know, this isn't your guys' fault. I need to be being more funny. I guess, you know, things of that sort. I think I'm at 10 minutes, yeah? Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. I'm Kenzie. Thank you so much for listening. You can find me on Instagram at Kenzie Foster or on TikTok at The Good White Guy. All right. Yeah, I got the handle. The Good White Guy.
Wow.
Shunda. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, guys. And the beat goes, who's walking through that door? Hello there.
Hi.
All right, so we have to get you settled. Please don't tear that red bag up. And for those of you in the world that can't see, she rolled in here in a scooter. Why won't you put it outside the door? Someone's going to steal it.
Oh, is it fine?
Yeah.
If someone were to steal it, there's no security cameras. That's why.
Okay.
Sorry, I can put it outside.
No. It's okay. No, you can't. You got to stay where you are. You got to get seated. How you doing? Give it up for the hey, we got some women in the house, all right? Got some femme fatales in the house. And I just wanted to say, I was waiting for you, is that September 17th, Aaron McIntyre is doing, can you tell them? Can you tell me real quick?
We're doing an acting workshop for young adults in the afternoon and then adults at night. So from 4:30 to 6:30 for kids 10 to 17 and 7 to 9:30 or 10 for adults on September 17th.
So you should come. Why not? You never know who you meet in an acting class. And remember something, on your acting resume, always put special skill, stand-up comedy, because it works. It works. But you know what? We've got somebody that needs a push. Let's hear it for the comedy of Sarouche. Come on, you need a push. Oh, you're the one. Okay. You're not going to see him, but you can see him another time, okay? Later. Okay. Come on, let's do it, Billy Ramirez. Come on, get up. Ramirez is in the house. Come on, bring that picante.
Picante. Wasn't Jerry Curl a Harlem Globetrotter?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Curly
Neal. Thank you. So my name is Billy Ramirez, first generation Mexican American. Que pasa familia? Órale. I've never been able to do that whistle. I've practiced it. Can't do it. I like to consider myself an office Latino. Like I might not be able to fix your transmission, but I could put together a website or a PowerPoint a toda madre. That means just terrific. Working inside in an office explains the skin tone, of which I was reminded of which last week over here by the hilarious Ms. Holly Starr when she looked me directly in the face and like she was revealing new information. She said, you know, you look white. I was like, yeah, you know, I don't exploit that every chance I get. Like this skin tone gives me like a 15 to 20 mile an hour speeding buffer. Like it's great. It's amazing. Like this skin tone means, you know, I'm sure I could have gotten into January 6th without tickets, or at least like day of tickets on January 6th. This skin tone lets me be lightly lawless. Like last week, I ran a red light on Santa Monica Boulevard in front of a cop, and all he did was just shake his head at me. It's just like, yeah. If I looked like one of my cousins down in Mexico, like I would have gotten pulled out of that car and beaten, called a beaner, at least to begin with. And I don't know. Or that's at least what I can say in this set that I'm trying to keep PG-13. Anyway, so might have been on the same day that I ran the red light. I saw... No, it was a different boulevard. It was on Wilshire. I saw my first Spirit Halloween. I don't know if anyone of you have seen your first Spirit Halloween of 2024, which means that Halloween's right around the corner. It means it's at least like within 72 weeks or something. I don't know what people are going to dress up as. Probably a lot of Beetlejuice that'll be out around the time. Probably some Ken and Barbie, Deadpool, but I already got my costume all figured out. It's in my closet already. It's been in my closet for years, actually. I'm going to dress up as Mr. Bean. And the reason for that is because I'll be able to do 2 characters off the same Mr. Bean costume. So check this out. So if someone if someone I like comes up to me and asks me if I'm Mr. Bean, I guess I'll just have to nod because he doesn't talk, right? I'll just, something like that. But the point is, if someone I don't like comes up to me and asks me if I'm Mr. Bean, I can just be like, what the fuck? What is it? A Latino borrows his dad's suit for a job interview, and now he's going to be Mr. Bean? And why is he going to be Mr. Bean and not Señor Frijol, you racist? Well, I'm sure it's going to be way more fun for me than it sounded for you. Let's see what else. So I like to call myself a office Latino. I also like to call myself a middle-aged muchacho because I'm trying to come to grips with being a middle-aged man. At 43, I'm old, and I'm supposed to be slowing down, but I don't know from what. It's not like I was ever an NFL running back. It's not like when I turned 30, my speed just went away or something. No, I've been working in an office for 20 years. I've gotten better at it actually after 20 years because now I have the experience and a much nicer chair. I'm just trying to. But I also have to be honest with myself. I got to come to grips with being a middle-aged man, and I have to make some concessions. Now, at 43 years old, if I were presented with the opportunity, I know that I would never, ever, ever, ever try to outrun a fat cop. That's out of the question. I've never done it. In my 30s, the option was there. The little devil, especially in my 20s, the little devil would come up if I saw a Paul Blart-esque police officer. I'm like, I'm gonna steal something, or I might just smack you on the back of the head. I just need you to chase me for some reason. I don't know why. But now, ignoring the fact that they're all so shooty and they have drones and tasers and whatnot, I still wouldn't outrun a fat cop because I don't think a fat cop or any cop really will give me 8 to 12 minutes to lightly jog in place to get my heart rate up, so things don't end tragically. Because if I had to outrun a fat cop or any cop or if you told me that there's a chicken wing place not too far from here, if there was free chicken wings for the next 90 seconds, I'd have to pass that up, because if I run from a cold dead start now, I'm for sure blowing out an ACL, MCL, VCR, DVD combo, which tells you how old I am. O-ring, all of a sudden, is a point of contention in my 40s. Let's see. Another way that I'm trying to accept the fact that I'm getting old is my sheer and outright refusal to learn how to text using any sort of shorthand or slang. I refuse to do so. But it's also not just because I'm getting old. I also do it because it's really the only chance I get to show off my communication degree. I certainly don't show it off with where I live or with what I drive or anything like that. I don't know if you remember an old episode of The Simpsons. It came out about 20 years ago when I was embarking on my journey towards my so lucrative communication degree. And in this episode, the kicker for Springfield University injures his leg in the big rivalry game. And in the locker room, Dr. Julius Hibbert tries to comfort the poor kicker, and he tells him, "Oh, I'm afraid you'll never play football again. At least you can fall back on your degree in communications. Oh, dear Lord, no." And then the kicker goes, "Yes, I know he's a funny major. Lubchenko learned nothing." Well, that joke is funny to me again, because it is said that comedy is tragedy plus time. And, enough time has passed, and the tragedy is a communication degree. I just remembered I forgot to do a tag on the whole I look white thing. It was it's about being trespassing on an active runway. Anyways, all right, let's just pretend. Aaron will figure out. Just splice it, whatever that means. Digitalize it. It's just yeah. I could trespass anywhere. It's I wonder how far I can push the skin tone trespassing. All of a sudden, it's "What's that, sir? What?" I'm sorry, I was looking for the gift shop. I'm sorry. I just took a wrong turn. What was my name? Billy. Yep, nice to meet you. I was not aware that this is an active runway. I'm sorry. So I just go back out that way? Okay. All right, I'll see. Anyways, something like that. Whatever. I literally practiced it for the first time 10 minutes before I left the house. So now that you know that I hablo español, I'm going to share with you a piece of trivia about Maroon 5 that's going to blow your mind. I bet you didn't know this. Check this out. Did you know that the band Maroon 5 has a different name in Latin American countries? Yeah, that's right. In Latin American countries, Maroon 5 is known as Cinco Putos. And that's true because I saw it on Wikipedia when I put it there. So one of my favorite things about living in LA is that I have many opportunities to show off my Espanol. I love it, especially like when I go to a Mexican restaurant and I overhear someone order something like a chicken quesadilla, chicken fajitas, chimichangas, like, because then when it's my turn to order, I just cannot resist basically auditioning for a telenovela that nobody's shooting. It's all of a sudden, like, ¿qué tal, preciosa? It doesn't matter who. It could be a dude. Preciosa, en este momento. It could also be at night in the sun's of my eye. En este momento yo deseo 3 tacos de carne asada, 2 tortas y una peñafiel. Gracias, por favor, muy amable, buen provecho. When I'm feeling extra confident, I'll throw in some bonus words like, entonces, por supuesto, crepúsculo. The problem is I have this face and demeanor, so sometimes I'll order in fluent Spanish, and then in return I'll get a, okay, do you want hijo de tu puta madre? Fine, sir, I will have some of that green whack-a-mole, pendejo. But actually, it doesn't matter where or when I hablo español in LA or anywhere, because whenever I do, I go completely overboard and basically turn into one of those Latino reporters you see on the news. Like, I don't know if anyone still watches the news, but if you do, pay attention to any reporter whose last name ends in EZ, because there's a very good chance that reporter is going to take any opportunity to cherish the Spanish language, and that's how I hablo español when I get a chance. Like a Latino reporter wrapping up a segment, something like, police don't have any further information on the suspect. Reporting live from El Camino Real in Santa Clara, this is Gustavo Gutierrez, el mero más chingón, tú sabes, güey, for ABC 7 News. Back to you, Nancy. All right, that's all I had for today. My name is Billy Ramirez. Please find me. I'm old school. I'm from the 90s, so I have a website. Go to start at billyramirez.com, and then
Supposed to have.
yeah. Anyway, so thank you.
Thank you. That's a little lesson. Because you know what it is? Everybody thinks, you're right, you're supposed to start with the website, because the platforms are supposed to send everybody to the... We have it now. We have a new person. We have people that can take care of everything here. And for once...
Twitter's one, and then Instagram.
There's no more Twitter. It's Twatter.
Oh, Twitch.
Kidding. You know why? We have some schmaltz. I want the comedy of the one and only Lee Schwartz up here. Come on, let's do this. You have 2 minutes when you like them.
Okay, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate the introduction. Always good to hear your voice. It makes me feel good. So I got a dare, actually, by a friend of mine who's a comedian. Says he's a comedian. I've never seen him do any stuff, but he saw some of my tapes and he said, "Wow, you talk a lot about your girlfriend." And, he said, "Do you want her to come to any of your shows?" And I said, I don't know. And he said, "Well, I've seen some of these tapes. This is an express road to breakup if she gets a hold of any of these tapes." And he's like, "Do you want that? Do you want to break up with her?" And I said, And he's like, okay, I dare you to do an entire set, 10 minutes, just about your girlfriend, nothing else. And so I'm taking on the challenge.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm coming, okay, tonight coming out, she does the usual thing she does every single time. I'm about to head out the door, and she loads up like 4 or 5 things. Can you do this before you go? Can you do this before you go? Can you do this before you go? And I've all day, I've asked her, "Do you want anything? Can I get you anything?" She's, "No, I'm okay. No, I'm all right." And, I'm showing that I'm doing the right thing. I'm asking her. Then I'm about to leave. I don't want to be late. And she's like, "Oh, can you walk the dog? Can you maybe help me with vacuuming a little bit just before you go?" And then she's like,
there's a shingle, I think, loose on the top. Just go up real quick and then come down. So I kind of realized sometimes I do one thing because it's a guarantee this happens, even at work, going to work, same thing. And I realized, how your partner always, the thing is like, honey, don't be late. For me, it's like, honey, be late. That's more like it, actually. So it kills me. It really kills me. I can't believe she doesn't care. She'd rather have me stay with her for the ever, and not leave the house ever. Be imprisoned, which feels like it is most of the time. All the time, actually. But no, it's painful. Trust me. You don't want to do it. You don't want to spend a day in my house being me. You will run out just like I did tonight. I ran out fast as I could, and I didn't do a single thing. But then I'm screwed though, because going out the door, she's like, does the guilt trip. Okay, so I can't win. She's like, I'm the only one who does anything around here. It's all up to me. It's everything. You do all this, you go out, you do this, and I'm stuck here doing everything. And so, yeah, I made it out, but then coming here, it's like, I shouldn't have come. I shouldn't have gone. She's all alone, and now she's probably thinking of things, and maybe who knows what she's really thinking of. Maybe, I don't know, who knows what we'll come back to. Probably finish up the roof, probably. You didn't walk the dog. You didn't do any of this. I had to do all of it. So I'll walk in the door and I'll get that, pretty much. Horrible. It doesn't end. It really doesn't, honestly. And I wish I'd wake up, because it is a nightmare, consistently. And it just occurred to me after 2 years, which is ridiculous, that she doesn't care if I'm late. She does not care. That's not normal. That is not normal. Not normal at all. So, it's really mind-blowing, actually. It really is. I mean, does anyone ever... I think this is a rarity. This doesn't happen in any relationship. It hasn't occurred in history of relationships. And it happens to me. Aren't I lucky? Say a prayer. Say a prayer for me. Every day. Because think about me. Every day. This is every day, by the way. Every single day. It doesn't end. It doesn't stop. No. She's like the Terminator. She does not stop till she gets me, And who knows? It really might be a Dateline situation. It might really be. Ken Fossil's going to be there. What happened next? You'll never know. When we come back, did Lee really? Wait, you won't know. Did he really kill her? No. I don't know. No.
This is on tape. No, man.
Wait. He said, hey. No.
Comedy.
Yeah, comedy. It's not funny at home for me at all. And she has, do you know how much support for comedy she gives me? Like as much as this bench. That's as much she gives me. And I sit on her, wait, where did that come from? I don't know. But this is really not that funny, honestly. It's really not. I mean, you wouldn't wish this on anybody, And I think, how did this happen? How did I get this situation? And And I've went through all the permutations of how to get out. I realize I can't. No, I've thought about it through and through, leaving the country, maybe South America, change my identity, maybe a couple passports actually, stash a lot of money, and then one day I'll go out that door and not come back. And then I'll live down there, wherever it may be, in peace, and it'll feel good. All done. Yeah. But, maybe there's hope for me. I don't see any. But I just don't want to make it on Dateline. Actually, I don't want to get there. If I flee the country, it'll be not because I'm just fleeing her, not the police. So, no, I gotta cut it short before I just lose it, and then something happens where, I get a knock on the door, and we've heard from the neighbors that there's some sort of you were out late at night with a pickaxe and lime and I can we check out the back a little bit? Sure. And that I gotta that can't happen. That can't happen. Maybe you could stop me. Maybe if it gets too bad, I'll come here and I'll seek refuge here, and you'll help me get out of the country. Maybe, if you got those connections, But really, I mean, all right, I'll stop for a second. I will. I'm torturing myself because I had to take a break. There are things that bother me. There are, other than my girlfriend, there are people who back into spaces. I don't understand it. Please explain. No, really, why? Why are you back into a space? Okay. Easy exit? Why would you going out of CVS? Okay, why do you need to run in your car and go straight out? What could possibly happen? All they do is I'm trying to find a spot, and they stops, and I see a spot, and I'm thinking, wow, that's my spot. That's my spot. But it's not. No. I don't know what he's doing really, and he does, and it's like, it's so obnoxious and so selfish, really, because he makes you wait and wait and wait. You got to sit there, sit there. And to let him do, and he takes his time, and he backs in, and, it's like, wow, great. Now you saved 3 seconds. What, is this time efficient? Is that what it's all about? Time efficiency? I don't understand. I really don't. Just one. You said it's get out fast if there's a nuclear war or apocalypse or something. Get out quick and you don't have to back. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, I guess. Is that it? Is that it? To get out quick and you can run home or run to pick up somebody. So safer exiting. Do you do this?
I do.
You do. You're one of them. You're one of them that I just want to. I really cringe. Honestly, I sit there and cringe, and I cringe, and I'm like, is this necessary? Is this really necessary that I have to wait? And it's like he takes his time, and it's like, and I'm trying to find a spot too, and I'm missing spots as well, But anyways, just to prove to you anyway that I can't, there are other things that bother me besides my girlfriend. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I love the backing in. All I do.
You do that too?
People get so pissed off. Because I'm a girl. A woman.
Why do you hold up?
No, they never think a woman can do it.
Hold up everybody.
No, I don't. I can't pull in. I can't pull into a spot, which is crazy. That was great. Give him a round of applause. I love that one. Because you know what I don't like? I'm from Jersey. Don't give me a sign telling me not to back into this space, and it's the easy way out. Right?
They should have all signs. Can't, face.
And what does that other thing mean, compact? I could fit that big-ass Mercedes in a compact. Excuse me.
But you guys still can't fill up fast yourselves.
Who?
Jersey people.
Why would we? Why would we? Thank you. What was your name, sweetheart?
Doran.
Doran?
Don't worry about it. I was just kidding. My name's Hannah.
Hannah. Give Hannah a round of applause.
No, right now. I'm going.
We're going to bring Hannah up here for a minute, okay? Give it up. Where could we find Hannah beforehand?
What? Like, where did I come from?
Social media.
Oh,
Just in advance so you know. So I can remember.
Hannah.Heron.
Love it. All right, she's a red heron. Let's give it up for Hannah.
Blue.
Blue, okay.
The great blue heron, and they're very majestic birds, found in a lot of salt marshes. But with all due respect, you scare me so much. And yeah, so I just moved to LA about like 2 months ago, but I've been here before because I went to summer camp with Cece, and she lives here in LA, and I visited comedy with her before. But the problem is I just literally like came up here, I had nothing prepared, and then somehow I ended up not only like copying somebody's joke, but like taking a step further and adding the R word. And I just think like I just need to apologize for saying retarded on camera. So I thought that would get laughs, but I actually like don't understand why it's not, but that's funny. But yeah, no, I am. God.
We're in Boston, sorry. I'm from Boston.
You are?
Yes.
I'm from the North Shore. So I'm not from, where are you from? Framingham? Okay, cool. Framingham State University. I know what Framingham State University is. What is that, like Rams or something like that? Nice, yeah. I played lacrosse at a school in the MASCAC for a bit, and we played FSU. But yeah, so these lights are pretty fucking bright, honestly. But at least they're not strobe lights, because I actually have epilepsy, fun fact. Yeah, so having epilepsy is really fun because for a really long time, so I was diagnosed when I was like in the first grade, and so whenever I'd forget my medicine, they would call me down to the office. And I remember literally being like, oh, like everybody probably thinks like, oh, she just forgets to get her medicine. But it wasn't until senior year that I found out that every time they called me down to the office to take my medicine, everybody thought that I was getting in trouble and going to the principal's office, which I think is pretty good. Having epilepsy also is very interesting at the clubs too. I decided to study abroad at a very chill country that doesn't engage in any kind of partying. It's called Spain, and it definitely does. So when I was in Spain, I kind of learned how to manage my seizures at the club. I'd wear sunglasses, and then I'd time it out, and right before the bass would drop, I'd take the sunglasses out, and I'd just go crazy on the dance floor, like seize out and have everybody think I was breakdancing. But that's not what would happen. We talked about cops earlier, too, and much like our minority communities, I also have a major issue with cops, and that's because when they pull me over, the lights are like at night when they pull you over and you have epilepsy, it's a lot because you're like, holy shit, they're gonna be like, she's something wrong with her, and it's gonna be like, oh no, officer, I'm just having like a panic attack because I asked you to turn off the lights because I had epilepsy, and you said no, and then I was like, okay, well, he's gonna make me like walk out or something. He didn't, but they just kind of stood at me and yelled. But there's another time hey, not all cops are bad. There are like a few. Thank you. Where is the camera? Nice. They're always watching us, you know. They, them. But I have a list of things. Yeah, so anyway, the lights really bother me when I'm getting pulled over by the cops, which I know it sounds like I say that like it happens a lot, but it doesn't. And so yeah, at the nighttime, it's, you know, like, ooh. But during the day, the first time I got pulled over by the cops was because I had my lights off, and he was just like, oh no, it's totally okay, like we're just trying to make sure you're safe, it's fine, like it doesn't, like it's, who cares if you get hurt. No, I'm just kidding. But he was cool about it. The second time I got pulled over by the cops was in New Hampshire, and it was on I-95. And basically, I thought that earlier on, I was driving back from the Lakes region, and I thought there was like a car that was following me or something. And so then I get on the highway, and then it's like this black sports car with no license plate, and I'm like, these fucking assholes are on my back. Like, I was like, who is following me and who's tailgating me? So like any normal person, I speed up so that they can pass me. Lights on, I'm getting pulled over. I'm like, this is whatever, but it's daylight, so you can't really tell the flashing too much. But then he pulls me over, and he's like, ma'am, license and registration. And I'm like, yep, here it is, whatever. But I'm frozen. Like, I have a little sun hat on. I have Sperry's on. Like, I'm kind of like all preppied up, you know? And so he's like, ma'am, why were you going so fast? We had you clocked in at 98 miles per hour. And I was like, instead of saying that I thought I was being followed, I told this cop, I looked him dead in the eyes, and I said I was trying to hit 100 miles per hour on the speedometer because I had never hit it before. And I got a $585 speeding ticket. Which the next year I got down to like $80 because my dad told me that in the halls of justice, the justice happens in the halls or something like that. So I had to do what I had to do. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyways, so yeah, so the seizure bit I thought would get more laughs, but you know, it's not really fun to make fun of a disability even if you have it. But I just think that like the Harlem Shake was kind of an obscure trend. Do you guys remember that? It's not the Harlem Shake where like a fat man steps on an elevator in Manhattan. It's like the Harlem Shake. You guys didn't think that was funny? With the like what? Because it's like a fat man stepping on an elevator in Manhattan, and it shakes in Harlem's in Manhattan. So like I thought that was funny, but like whatever. Maybe like no one. Thank you. Okay, cool. So okay, also I liked how we raised money for ALS by dumping ice on our heads. I thought that was really interesting because technically this could be like an epilepsy awareness, you know, stand-up comedy thing, because as long as we're bringing awareness to an issue, you know, yeah, we're good. I also was thinking about something that, you know, I talked about in school, how what am I doing for time too?
You have like 2 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll talk about a little fun fact. So this is just completely irrelevant, but for the first time in a while, I saw at the grocery store these like Gatorade whey protein bars, and it reminded me of high school when we had something called Gatorade Week, and all of the athletes would be like given all these free products by Gatorade. But one year they gave us all free like whey protein bars, and everybody for the entire week survived off of the whey protein bars. And maintenance had like a lot to do, and the hallways smelled bad, and everybody kept farting in class. And I think that's funny, and yeah, that's it.
Hey, Hannah, where can they find you? Social media? In
Los Angeles, in Culver. Oh, on Hannah.Heron. Or it's Hannah_Heron. Yeah.
Look, but don't leave the mic.
Hannah_Heron.
Don't leave the mic. So we're going to do something for the Epilepsy Foundation. Are you clonic tonic?
Actually,
Are you clonic tonic?
I had absence seizures, and but I had one girl. This is so cool. But yeah, you guys should donate to the Epilepsy Foundation.
Why would I do something like that? I would have to have what would they put you on? Dilantin, phenobarbital.
So when I was
Your time is up. Go! God bless her. I saw Moranzio Vance do a joke that he was doing about this girl that he was intimate with, and suddenly he realized she was shaking because of a seizure. And all I can tell you is that you probably had for lunch a seizure salad. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't help it.
That's good.
Well, it takes one to know one, baby. How about in the clubs? When they used to be in the clubs and you pass out, the fucking flashing lights, the strobe lights. So you should do the Epilepsy Foundation with me.
What does that mean?
And I'll talk about it another time. Because I need comics that have epilepsy that aren't afraid to come out with it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, and then tighten your setup. Don't come in with a friggin' stroller or with your dog wheels or whatever.
What's shaking?
Make sure we're shaking. Yeah, that's what just been saying this now. We're shaking. It's so funny because you have Lee Schwartz calling and saying, "Is everything okay? I haven't heard back from you." And I'm like, I'm in the middle of an aura. An aura. Hannah knows what an aura is. We just stand there in space.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Sunda. Well, let me tell you. When I found out, my mother, the doctor called. My mother goes, "Hang up the other line. Hang it up." And I knew a way on the rotary phone, because I'm that old, that I could dial 2, and it sounded like I hung up, and I could still hear. And I heard the doctor say, we got the results, and she has epilepsy. My mother goes, no. And I was like thinking to myself, I didn't like kiss that boy. I just knew like for diseases back then, but she was crying and everything. I was just like, what is so serious about that? And it's just a crazy thing because you can't explain it to a guy. Trigger, light, and here's the worst part. If you get pulled over in the state of California, it's attempted vehicular manslaughter if you have a car accident. So you got to be careful what you do live when you do that. Yeah. Don't take the bus. Don't talk about it. Do it at the Epilepsy Foundation. You got a big mouth. You want to talk back to the host. You're coming here, rocking and rolling. Right, Hannah? Well, listen, don't be sorry. Be happy, because you know what? Everything's right with Michael Verbenek. Michael Verbenek!
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm Michael Verbenek. Did you guys watch the Olympics? I love the Olympics, man. It wasn't all good, though. Looks like the only qualification to make the Australian breakdancing team is, have you heard of breakdancing? I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it is. Welcome to the team. Here's your uniform. Go make us proud. I don't think you should be able to compete for an Olympic medal if the performers in the opening ceremony who were hired off of Craigslist are better at your sport than you are. But yeah, all the athletes came down the river on boats. The Cambodian boat was like really small. The river was choppy. They were rocking. Yeah, man, I was getting worried about him. I was starting to flash on those Southeast Asian boat people from the 70s. Hope they had a strong swim team. Saw the team from Mauritius, tiny little third world island nation in the middle of the Indian Ocean. They've actually got an Olympic medal, though. Bantamweight boxing. There's no heavyweights in Mauritius. Saw the Swedish team.
Hey!
Yeah. I was a little disappointed. I thought the girls would be hotter. Yeah, you know, like if they're not the cute little petite ones like you, they're usually like those big bone Viking girls that can really swing a battle axe. They actually won a medal, the hammer throw. I think it was Helga Thorsdottir. Saw the team from Mexico. Pretty big team, 109 athletes. Mostly runners and swimmers. They're really gearing up for LA 28. Saw the team from Thailand. Man, there were some hot girls on that, but oh wait, those were guys. They were still pretty hot though. Apparently my hard-on's not homophobic. They say transsexual is the third most popular search on Pornhub. Well, yeah. I mean, after straight sex and lesbians, what else is there? If you're so sexually jaded that lesbians don't get you off anymore, where do you go from there? Patty is nodding silently. I like the Olympic sports, though, because as opposed to the more mainstream sports like football and baseball, the Olympic sports are based on survival skills. Like, at some point in your history, you may have had to long jump over a flooded stream, or you may have had to javelin your dinner, or you may have had to 100-yard dash from a tiger. You know, at the end of the Tiger 100-yard dash, they have an award ceremony for first, second, and third place. But isn't everybody a winner in the Tiger 100-yard dash? Except that one guy. And instead of an award ceremony for first, second, and third place, shouldn't it be a memorial ceremony for that one guy? You know, a lot of people like to enhance their interest in a sport by betting money on it. I like to, enhance my interest in the 100-yard dash by imagining a real tiger behind them as they run. And the tiger is actually native to like India and China and Southeast Asia. But do you ever see those guys in the Olympic Tiger 100-yard dash? Those guys never make it out of the prelims. The surfing competition was held in French Polynesia, Tahiti, as a tribute to, I guess, colonialism. So the beach volleyball, the girls, they used to wear bikinis. Now they're wearing tights. This is total bullshit, man. There we go, yeah. There's enough of an uproar that they actually did go back to the bikinis. And I saw that match with the U.S. and China in the bikinis, and they had to postpone it for rain. Hot girls in bikinis playing volleyball in the rain. That's pretty good. I hung around to see when it picked up again. Let's see, what other sports did I see? The triple jump is kind of like a throwback, it's because it's like nobody does that anymore. I think it's kind of like the grade school Christmas pageant. They just keep it around so parents can get cute pictures of their cute kids doing cute things. So the swimming competition, they do like 4 different strokes. Isn't the idea to get to one point to the other as quick as possible? Like if you were in France and you were going to rob a bank on the Ile de la Cité, that's the island, and to escape you had to swim to La Rive Gauche, that's the left bank, and the police were relegated to having to do the backstroke. They'd never catch you, They'll never catch us. They have to backstroke. We're freestyling. I think, if they're going to do that, I think it'd be pretty cool if they had, like, in the swim competition, a 50-meter dash in the pool where they had to actually run in the pool. I'd watch that, Let's see, what other sports did I watch on the Olympics? Saw some handball. That's like a cross between basketball and soccer. I guess they let them take up to 3 steps before and after they dribble, so like almost as many as the NBA. Saw a commercial for the Paralympics, wheelchair basketball. Wow, they still make these guys dribble the ball. Isn't it enough of a challenge already? What ref is going to be enough of a dick to call one of these guys for traveling? think they all feel too bad to laugh at that joke. You know, like sometimes it feels good to watch something bad. You know, like trans porn. Let's see. So that pole vaulter that knocked the bar off with his dick. I've been there, man.
By inches.
Yeah, he could have used some pointers from the Thai team on tucking it. Have you noticed how many of these guy athletes are just letting it swing free anymore? Whatever happened to the jockstrap? Man, I didn't see that many flopping dicks in the last bukkake I watched. Okay, so I think that's all my Olympic material. Do you guys like politics? Anybody political in here? I think if the Republicans continue to mispronounce Kamala's name, Democrats should start mispronouncing Trump names, like Melania, Ivanka, Irk. I think Irk is actually a more appropriate name for that guy than Eric. And now they're trying to start this deal where it's like they're trying to question Kamala's blackness. Have you guys heard this?
A little bit.
Yeah. You know, so it's like they did with Obama. You know, do you remember back? Who here is old enough to remember when Obama first ran? They tried to start this whisper campaign that Obama's mixed race, so African Americans shouldn't vote for him because he's not black enough. Not black enough. Yeah, I remember talking to my dad about that. I'll tell you what, he was plenty black enough as far as my old man was concerned. I think the white people here are all afraid to laugh at that.
Oh, you went over.
Did I? Okay, thanks.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at WellDonePro.
Wow. You're a well done pro, man. You know how crazy that is to be talking to a Swedish and black redneck Jew? For every other show, I say Swedish and black redneck epileptic Jew, whatever charity. If you bring up yourself, dude, it's so cool. It's such a lie. It's not cool. I'm petrified. But you know what? I had one on the plane, and I was dehydrated, so you can't be dehydrated. And somebody called a doctor, and they put, not insulin, what's it called? Thank you. You're so Asian. You know every motherfucking thing, and you're so beautiful. I'm still gonna kick your ass. Well, listen, if you keep fucking with that pillow and playing with that glitter, you're gonna have a seizure over here, and you're not suing me, all right? So now I got you, all right? What pills are you on?
I'm on, wait, do you want to read what this says?
Hold?
No, this is help.
Help!
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! Did you know I spent 3 hours? Oh, that's right. You were late. You missed the whole thing about the doctor's eye doctor.
I take Lamictal, and I used to take Depakote when I was younger.
Oh, Depakote sucks.
That's what everyone says.
But it's okay when you're young.
The best years of my life.
Well, so are the 80s. Too bad guys can't even get high anymore. We used to get high and be like, "Come on, let's do this." You guys go, and you're dead. You can't do it anymore. That's too bad. And you shouldn't do it anyway because you have epilepsy. All right, and I want to tell you something. There's another drug you shouldn't take. It's I think they call it Addy, but that's okay because.
They put me on that one.
Yeah, well, that's something, because let me tell you, I got somebody here that is going to teach you how that this is not a two-way conversation. But he's got the power of Addy. Let's give it up for Patty! Patty!
Hey, give it up for Patty. Come on. Give it up for me. All of you. Just give it up. Keep giving it up. Keep giving it up, all of you. I feel great. Give it up for Hannah. Was that amazing? I think this is really what you were born to do. You're very compelling. It's actually funnier when you explain the joke. than the joke. But because it's you, this isn't a two-way conversation. This is the part where I do stand-up. There's no narrating involved. I don't know if you understand how this works, but I do bits, and you kind of just shut the fuck up. That's kind of how it works. But you know what? I want to say this. There's no, you can pantomime in the back. There's no. She has something special. I mean, am I right? You have the sensuality, the vulnerability of a younger, somewhat hotter Ann Coulter. You do. And you, of course, embracing the illusion of white privilege. It's wonderful. You're here dressed like a Little League coach on a Tinder date. That's good. I like that. For some reason, I picture Lee Schwartz, the Velvet Schmeckle. Give it up for the Velvet Schmeckle. I picture you, for some reason, you're at home and you're peeing sitting down while eating a cupcake. For some reason, you're eating a cupcake, contemplating a homicide. But you know what? Give it up for my man. He's pussy whipped. But he's getting some pussy. How about that? How about that? That's an accomplishment. I love this. I love this place. I love being here, and I feel great. I feel good. Yes. I came, my wife doesn't pay too much attention to me anymore, so I just kind of hang out at Trader Joe's. Because people ask me questions. They pretend like they're paying attention to me. And, yeah, they kicked me out twice today. I was hanging around the Pasadena salads. I don't know. It's a very sexy salad, the Pasadena salad. It's the sexiest of. There's a lot of sexual attention at Trader Joe's. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. You've never been to Trader Joe's? Everything I say doesn't require an answer. Just it's mostly fucking rhetorical. But I'm happy to be here, and I feel great. I feel great. I was sitting at home feeling great, and I thought to myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump in the car. I'm going to drive 32 minutes, pay $10 to be mildly ignored by my peers. That's how exciting it is. Listen, let's get a round of applause from you motherfuckers who hate it when I make you applaud. Come on. Love this. Once again, there you go. We got, my neighbor, and I don't approve of this, there may be PETA people here, has a necklace that he puts on his dog because it barks too much, and it gives it an electric shock. Just a suggestion, if you're going to go to the Laugh Factory, wear the collar because it'll keep you in line. It'll keep you in line. That's okay. It got quiet in here, didn't it, for a minute? It got a little fucking quiet. I enjoyed, first of all, the R word here isn't, it's Republican. That offends people here. Just the word Republican. But it's fucking, isn't it crazy that we are really just the puppets? They are puppeteers because there's no fucking difference between them. You had George Bush endorse Kamala Harris and Robert F. Kennedy endorse Donald Trump. It's all fucking it's crazy. And George Bush, let's face it, George Bush, and I'm neither a Republican nor am I a sexy fucking war criminal. But George Bush is a war criminal. He can't leave the country or he'll be fucking arrested. But Donald Trump has done for George Bush what AIDS did for herpes. He was by far the worst, a fucking war criminal, but, he was kind of just an occasionally itchy thing where, Trump is a permanent pain in the ass that could kill you. Does that make sense? I don't care. I don't fucking care if it makes sense or not. I liked, my favorite was when Oprah Winfrey, are you familiar with her? Oprah Winfrey. She gave a shout out to the cat ladies. Remember? The cat ladies. She can put about the cat ladies. And the thing is, people don't know about Oprah is she's a secret cat lady herself. Oprah loves cats. And by cats, I mean Gail's pussy. Oh, come on. Gail is just her best friend. They're roommates. They have bi-coastal mansions. They dwell in together and travel the world together. Just friends, just great friends. And I read there was an interview with Gail. And they asked her, what is the secret to your longevity, the longevity of your friendship? She said, we're not jealous of each other. We acknowledge each other's triumphs and occasional cunnilingus. Occasional cunnilingus. And that's kind of the secret. If you put rent control in there, that's the secret to my fucking marriage. Probably rent control would come first because I don't have that fucking Oprah money. But don't piss off Oprah. You know what I mean? You can't, because she can make things happen. She can make you disappear. Does anybody here remember Stedman? She doesn't. She's too young to fucking even know there was a Stedman. She made Stedman fucking disappear. Nobody knows where he's at. Nobody's seen him. You know, like the second Aunt Viv in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Oh, I'm sorry, you're all white. There were two Aunt Vivs on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Billy, my advice is to embrace your white privilege, perceived or not. I do mine. But white privilege is a fact in these United States. It's real. Even Helen Keller had white privilege here in the United States, although she couldn't see it either. However, I got it. I use it. I'm an immigrant, but, you know, I came from another country when I was a wee fat little boy. And I got white immigrant privilege. It's true. I have that. What that means is, like, my wife, her parts come from the Philippines, but she was assembled here. And people constantly, usually older white couples, they come up with, like, my God, she speaks English so well. Bill, come over here. Listen to her speak English. Where did you learn to speak English? Burbank, bitch. But I got white immigrant privilege. I can go anywhere, and people don't just assume I'm from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at Fox News, if you don't. But if you do, I'm at 8 minutes already.
Oh, sorry.
Am I at 8 minutes?
Fucked up. Okay, it's my fuck up. Okay, keep going.
Okay, just let me.
Late. Sorry.
What's that?
You got 2 more minutes till late.
I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping.
Go. Well, just keep talking.
Okay, thanks. Once again, a round of applause for AA Ron. AA Ron, AA Ron and myself being here, 2 gentlemen of this vintage, us being here means something. Basically, what it means is there are 2 empty seats in the balcony at the Muppet Show. We're old, Hannah! We're old. This is wonderful. Moving right along. What it is like, when people look at me, they don't see an immigrant, because you have not been trained to look at me. We come from this side of the crayon box. We come in the shade. We do, yes. But you look at me, and you've been fucking trained like monkeys by the media not to see an immigrant. And, like, so this is a double-edged sword for me, because, like, people that look like me look at me, and they don't see an immigrant. So they will say fucking terrible things about immigrants right to my face. Last week, I was in Rancho Cucamonga at the Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers, delicious hamburgers there. And I'm standing in line. Fox News was actually on the TV. And the guy looked like me, in front of me, turns around, and he says, I didn't come here all the way from Ireland to see this beautiful country overrun by immigrants. I said, Dad, Sean Hannity is lying to you. He is a liar. Billy's looking at me. You like these glasses? You like them? They're from the Jeffrey Dahmer collection. Yes, you like them? Jeffrey Dahmer. There's the serial killer that validates the theory of white supremacy. You know what I mean? 2 things that Jeffrey Dahmer didn't eat: white people and pussy. The second one was just a personal preference. The first one was strategic, because in these United States, if you eat 2, 3, 4 white people, someone's going to come a knocking at your door. It's not going to. You know, he was the only white guy in an all-black neighborhood in the early 90s. Now, children's, that was the era of white flight. That's when white neighborhoods, black people moved in and all the white people moved out. They called it white flight. You guys have what's called gentrification. That's where the white people start to move back. And it just goes to prove white people should just fucking stay put. Wherever they go anywhere, it's always a fucking problem. But he worked at a chocolate factory. I'm going to leave that alone. Only white guy in an all-black neighborhood. Now, at that time, during white flight, there were only 2 types of white people that lived in all-black neighborhoods. Number 1 were very old white people that never moved out. Number 2, homosexual cannibals. Everybody knows that. It's very simple, and Dahmer would have gotten away with it, but he tried to eat a Cambodian. I don't know if you know this. He went off his diet because, you know, he tried to eat a 15-year-old Cambodian, and it didn't work out well for him. You know, long story short, he was beaten to death in prison. Do you know that? By a guy whose cousin he had eaten. Hey, look, that's fair. You eat one of my cousins, I'm going to ride for you, baby blue. I'm going to take it. But during the autopsy, they found out that he would not have lived more than another year. He had very terrible diabetes and high blood pressure from a diet high in African Americans. Don't know if you knew that. Did you know that, Billy? Billy, did you? Now you know it. Let's get back to it. Embrace your white privilege. I do. I shoplift at the airport. That's fucking bold, baby. That's owning it. This is a wonderful place. Is this were they passing Xanax out when you guys came in here? I love Kenji. Give it up for Kenji. He's a wonderful man. He's a very hot young man. Very hot young man, is he not? Very hot. You know, I didn't always look like this, okay? When I was a young, frisky dude, I was, you know, I moved to California and found out I was catnip for gay men. Oh my God! They would give me anything I fucking wanted. It's the closest thing to hot girl privilege that a guy can get. It really is. And I did not use my powers for evil. I did not. I actually was a drug dealer. I sold meth, amphetamine. They love the gays, love the meth. I don't know if you know this. I used meth to cure my cocaine addiction, is what it was, yeah. And I used to deliver, so meth, not what you're thinking, Hannah. And I had a pager. It's a while ago. It's a pager. And I got a page from a guy who owned the lingerie restaurant in West Hollywood. Very, very rich, very gay guy. And the guy who told him he could get meth through me meets me at the door. It's filled with naked boys and huge screens with gay porn on it. And he says, well, he's out on the balcony. He wants you to go out on the balcony to give them the meth. And I walked out there, and he's a French guy, and he's out there, and he's got a yellow bow tied around his cock. He goes, so I'm not getting too close to him. I go up to him, he goes, what do you think? I said, it's very festive, very, very, very festive, delightful. And so then I said, look, I'm going to put this over here. Can you get me the cash? And I go over, there's a bar, and the guy, the connector, walks over, and this guy whispers in his ear. He walks over to me, he says, he would like to pay you $500 to see your cock. I said, what kind of a person do you think I am? I'm a drug dealer. Think I'm going to, did you say $500? He said $500. So when I got home, I was married at the time. We both agreed, my wife agreed that he was overcharged. He was overcharged at the time. You guys have been pretty mediocre, and I mean that sincerely as an audience. Hannah, of course, you've been wonderful. Wonderful. A tribute to Boston. Boston's finest. Hannah, one more time. Well, this has been great. Give it up for Sarouche, who's coming in now. Come on over here, Sarouche. God damn it, I want his hair. I had that hair at one time. It's beautiful. Well, here's the deal. You guys, once again, have been adequate. Thank you for the use of the hall. And may the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for. I'm Paddy. PADDYFORCOMEDY. Now, I'm going to bring up your closer for this evening. The master technician himself. The one and only Aaron McKenzie. Give it up for him. Mutual orgasms all over the room, including you, Hannah. Come on. Well, once I thought I was really killing the pussy. It turned out the girl had epilepsy. Hey, give it up for Aaron. Give it up.
He keeps saying Aaron, but it's not Aaron. And yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. He's such a good guy. And do you start your shift at Trader Joe's in a little while with the shirt there? Yeah. And Hannah, we're playing doubles, right? Doesn't she look like she's playing tennis? It's fucking awesome. My name is Aaron. Whatever. I just got this new shirt. It's pretty nice, huh? You think? Yeah. Does it make my butt look big? Does it make my boobs look big? That's the thing. Special. Especially so. I know. I got these nipples that always stick through, and it's a little annoying. We wanted to talk about people driving because people. Am I right? They really piss me off because there's so many different things they do. Did you know? Does anybody drive a BMW in here? No? They're the worst fucking people in the world. Do you know that BMW is removing the blinkers from BMWs? Because nobody fucking uses them anyway. So what the fuck? You know, I mean, they never use their blinkers. Have you noticed that? Really pisses me off. One time I pulled up to I was coming up to a four-way stop, and this BMW was coming, you know, and he stopped, and I wasn't quite there, so he stopped, I stopped, and he just sat there. And, you know, he had the tinted glass so no one can see in because he wanted to be all private and shit. And so he's not moving, and so I go, come on, man, come on. He rolls down the window, he's on his phone, and he goes, I'm on the phone! I didn't think it was funny either, okay? I did not think that was a funny thing to do. The other thing that, you know, I do a lot of driving. I drive back and I drive up and down to the Bay Area a lot. So I go up the 5, which is really a lovely drive. You basically just point the car forward and you're there. But people on the highways, they fucking piss me off. Don't they piss you off? They're driving along. They'll like drive like just up to the back of a truck, really nice and slow. And then they'll be, oh, I got to go around. And then they go around. And then as soon as they get right next to the truck, they slow down and they go the exact same speed limit as the truck. Right? And it's like, if you are one of those people, no offense, but fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck you. Just go around them. They should change it. They should change it from what does it say? It says something. There's signs everywhere. No, not those signs. There's other signs that say, slower traffic. No, that's what it is. Slower traffic, keep right. It should not be slower traffic, keep right, because everybody thinks they're going fast. Everybody thinks they're in the fast lane, so everybody drives in the fast lane, and if you want to pass, you got to go in the regular lane, which is ridiculous. So there are signs someplace where it says keep right except to pass, which that's what every sign in the United States should say. Except for then all the fucking Republicans will be driving in the right lane. And that'd be good. Except for those fucking liberals. You know, those fucking liberals. Can't stand those people. You know, I was thinking about the rich people in the world, all the rich people, all the religious people, the religious rich, and you know, they all want to take away our rights. They want to take away reproductive freedom. They don't want to have books in the schools. They don't want to have books in the schools that kids can read and shit. They just want picture books for everybody, you know, and it all has to be PG. It all has to be like religious shit. So what I think we should do is I think we should just build them their own schools. You know, they can go to their own schools. We'll just like split it down the middle. We'll just have like some regular normal schools, like, you know, where you can learn shit. And then over here we'll have the little Nazi school, right? The little Nazi school where they take out all of the books and they put the 10 Commandments up. Have you heard this? They're going to put the fucking 10 Commandments up in the classroom. There is something wrong with that, because the 10 Commandments, I don't believe in them all, okay? There's a few that are a little iffy, and I think that they need to cut them down to about 8. You know, just cut out the thou shalt not kill. You know, that's kind of outdated. You know, I mean, everybody's doing that now, right? And Lamictal, I am also, but it's not for epilepsy. It's not for epilepsy. Yeah, it's bipolar. It's so amazing how all of these little disorders kind of like come together. It's the way we should be, right? As humans, we should all come together like mental disorders, and you know, do whatever. I wanted to try something tonight. I want to make a movie. Okay, I want to cast and make a movie. All right, so we're all going to figure out right here and now what part we would play in the movie. Okay, so I think we're going to do a Western. Right, so we're going to do a Western. So we need to go around and we need to find out who's who. Now, thank God we got Hannah because she can be the school marm. No, she's got to be the hot school marm though, right? I mean, because she's hot. Come on, she should be the school marm. Who we got back there? Who we got back there? Oh, okay. Who are you going to be? You're going to be the bartender. I was gonna say that. That's good. See, you know it. But I think that you got to be like the owner of the saloon. That's more it. Marge from the saloon. Who's Marge? She owns a saloon down there. You can go down, take you take your 50 cents, and you can get a room and a beer and order a steak. 50 cents. And Billy, who's Billy gonna be? Billy. He's going to be the blacksmith. The blacksmith. They don't just make horseshoers. Okay, it's just blacksmith and you horseshoe. You just want to do a shoot. So he's got a specialty operation down at the end of the block where it's like, we do horseshoeing. Yeah, the fences and the barbed wire and all that shit. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, great. And who are you going to be, Michael?
I'll be the cattle rustler.
Cattle rustler. Okay, good. All right, good. And Patty? Patty is... a polyamorous rodeo clown. We don't have rodeo in this town. I'm sorry. That's going to come up in a few years. They didn't have rodeos back then. They had corrals where people broke horses, and after a while, people just got sick of doing that, and they thought, that'd be it's kind of funny to watch people fall off horses. So they made rodeos. I don't know if you know that. That's a well-known fact, but it's obviously not well known to you. Basically. Okay, and Sarouche. What are we going to do with Sarouche? Where's Sarouche going to be? He's a sumo wrestler passing through town in our village. And I okay, great. That's fine. Hey, I don't want to, harsh your mellow. If you want to be a fucking sumo wrestler, great. You got to put on a few pounds. We might have to put a fat suit on you. It's going to be really hot out there, though. I got to tell you. I'll just be the old prospector. Hey, come in. But I need an assayer, right? I need somebody to take the gold when I come and bring it in. Isn't that what they call him? Assayer? He's got an asset. He's got assets, and he's got an ass too, and he's an assayer, and that's who gives you the money when you bring the gold in. See, I'm giving you all an education here. Isn't this great? All right, so we got our movie cast. All right, so you know what? I think we're going to stop production. We've got a union strike on, so I think that I'm sorry, you guys. We're going to have to. We'll compensate you for your inconvenience tonight by getting me off the fucking stage in just a minute. Yes. Unions weren't invented yet. No. We're making a Western movie now about things that happened then. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. It's a little, a little slow. It's okay. You doing okay, Sarouche? You doing better? Yeah. You good? All right. Good. I like the shirt. I collect T-shirts. Yeah. I did have a couple of stories about my mom. I could tell a couple of more stories about my mom. Oh, and I have 2 minutes to tell them. That's great. So my mom, some of you know, I went out and took care of her, but I had another one that maybe you hadn't heard of. I know you haven't heard because I never told it. It's interesting with dementia because does anybody have dementia in here? No? Yeah. Patty, you're getting there. No, I am really afraid, actually, because my memory is totally going, And people always say when I go, man, I walk into the room and I forget why I'm going in there. And they go, oh, I know, that happens to me all the time. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. That has happened 3 times in a row. Like, I'll walk into a room and I'll go, what did I come in here for? oh, fuck it. And I'll go back out to the other room and they go, oh, that's right. And I'll go back in there and I'll forget again. This happens 3 times in a row. That would be right after each other. And, but one time I was with my lady friend. We were in the middle of doing the deed. And I just said, what did I come in here for? And then I remembered, and then we finished. But that didn't take too long because I actually have been kind of dabbling a little bit for a little while in premature ejaculation. No, I've been doing that my whole life. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. I actually, I don't think that I actually legally lost my virginity. Because in my opinion, you have to come inside the woman in order to lose your virginity, and I didn't. I was, in a situation. I was in my favorite position, which I was by the bed. And people are like, why weren't you on the bed? And I'm like, well, because if anything touches that thing, it's going off, right? It's just going to go off. So it is. I mean, it's just a thing. It just, I don't have to, literally, I can masturbate like this. Oh, my. Yeah, that's amazing, right? Yeah. And it only takes like about that long. So anyway, I got up to get up on the bed, because she's going, oh, come on, baby. And I get up and I breathed out of my nose on my penis and I came all over her bedspread. And so then every guy in here knows that, once that happens, you've only got maybe 15, 20, 30 seconds maybe before the thing starts to go like this, right? So I get up there really quick and I stuff it in, and literally stuffing it inside. So I stuff it in there and then I do the whole, oh yeah, baby, and I'm moving around and then so I faked an orgasm. So I didn't lose my virginity. I came before I entered her, and then I also faked my first orgasm, and there you go. That was my first experience sexually. The good thing, just in case there's any women out there who are looking for somebody, don't look over here because you don't want to deal with me. But if you were, don't worry because I just get so excited. That's why it happens so fast, right? But the good thing is because I get so excited, I can go hundreds of times a night, and each time it gets a little longer, gets a little bit more, I get a little bit more, okay, now I'm feeling comfortable, now I'm secure. I'm not so insecure about my prowess, and so I can continue doing that. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been really a blast. I love you all. Where can we find you? And you can find me at Aaron McIntyre, AeronMacintyre. Anywhere. I'm everywhere like that. Come on! Can we give it up?
Aaron McIntyre, once again for Aaron McIntyre. I now know more about Aaron McIntyre's sexual behavior than I've got a very terrible mental picture in my head that is not going to go away. But give it up. He was voted AARP's sexiest man still alive. Thank you. Give it up for Aaron McIntyre. We have one more comedian, so can we turn up the volume here a little bit? Can I get like mutual orgasm? All around the room. Just Billy, my wardrobe isn't on the menu. But thank you for pointing that out. It's very funny. It's very funny that I took my shirt off. Really, you were going to say something regardless, I think. But that's okay. That's Hannah. We love her, don't we? Surush, don't you love her? Don't you love her? My favorite porn category are trans girls in bikinis playing volleyball in the rain. I just love it. Yeah, baby. Come on, that's called a callback. Are you ready for your next comedian? Yeah. She's here all the way from New Jersey. This isn't third grade. You don't get to raise your hand and talk. What are you talking about, Hannah? What are you talking about? God damn it. It's like watching porn with the sound turned all the way down, where you're just kind of, what did they fucking do? Yeah. I learned how to read lips that way. I don't know if you know that. I'm married. All right, give it up for CC Trezor. Come on! Come on!
Still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay, that was the question. Okay, I don't know. Imagine going to camp with her.
Yeah, I could just imagine that. It'd be fun time. I don't know if you get a word in edgewise, but that's okay. Give it up for CC Trezor. Come on, you guys.
No, you don't. It's like so funny because it's like we have to go somewhere, and she's like, wait, and we never got anywhere on time. I can't really say anything. Okay, this is tall. What? Whoa! You guys fixed it. That's dope. Did you get a new one? Is that what happened?
Yes, we did.
Nice. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah.
Ooh. I thought it would be fun to go through airline companies and say what I think their pronouns are and also their sexuality. But let me start off by saying fuck JetBlue. I don't like JetBlue. I think they're very uppity. I think they're very full of themselves, and I just don't like it. But I would say that they're probably he, him, very straight, but maybe JetBlue is closeted a little bit. American Airlines, that's giving like he, they, I think. And if anyone has any ideas, if you think, just shout them out. But I think he, they, I haven't gone on American Airlines too much, but it's giving American, so maybe he, they, bisexual questioning. Frontier is transsexual, I think. Delta is she, her, but she's questioning. She's a little like bi. United is open to everything. United is like poly, I think. Southwest is giving she, they. I like Southwest. Apparently you get like 2 free bags there, so that's pretty sick. Spirit, what do we say? He, they? They, he for Spirit?
I think it was they, them.
Oh.
No. Yes.
I think it was they, he.
Oh, you said Zem.
Zem, yeah, Spirit might be Zem. And then Alaska. I've never been on there, so I can't give what I think it would be for that one. But yeah. Okay, so like a question for you guys. What if like this didn't happen, but I was just thinking it'd be funny if you had gotten a strap on and you never used it ever, but like, do you donate it or like no, right? Okay. Wow, the audience is crazy in here tonight. Okay. How far? It was just funny because like we talked a lot about sex, but then I say that like one thing that's related to it. It's like actually no response. No. Okay. How far do you guys go with returning things? What's the vibe? Because I'll go far. Like I returned a mattress. I used for 2 years that like definitely had like ink stains on it because I actually spilled my pen on it. But I got the money back from Costco. The people were pissed off for sure. They didn't love it, but I got my $600 back. So yeah, I'm gonna return that. I don't care. Yeah. You ever call the suicide hotline? And I'm not gonna kill myself. Let me just say that. But have anyone here called it? Cool. That's so awesome. Okay, well, if you ever do call it, it's kind of funny because they low-key don't care about you. Like, it's kind of funny. I wasn't gonna do anything. I just like wanted to talk to somebody because I was having a panic attack, right? And it was very, very late. Otherwise, I would have called a friend. But I called the suicide hotline, and they like low-key, like she was low-key rude about it. Like she was kind of like, get off the phone. Like I don't care. Yeah, and she just kept on saying, you're not alone in this. But she said it, a lot of times. After the 4th time, I was like, I think I am alone in this. Actually, I think it's just you and me right now. I am also moving to New York City. Yeah, thank you. Claps. I'm really sad though because I'm gonna miss this place a lot because I love it with all my heart. But I feel like I need to do at least 1 year in New York City in your 20s, So I'm going to the gayest part ever, which is Bushwick. And I'm very excited for that. My ex does live there though, and that wasn't part of the plan. But that's okay. I'm very excited though. I think it's gonna be a super wild, fun time. But yeah, I've been like, I think just when I came back to LA, it was like LA didn't want me. You know what I mean? Like it was just immediately like car crash, and then it was like poison ivy on your legs, and then it was like your best friend hates you because you tried to sublease your apartment, but you did it badly, and you saved $1,200, but you lost your best friend. So you know what I mean? She knows what I mean. But so I think like LA was like LA didn't want me right now. It's not the time. But I feel like a calling to NYC. Also, it's walkable, which is cool because me and Hannah have been taking the bus everywhere, which I don't know if you guys have taken the Culver City bus or any of the blue buses, but it's definitely it's like a limo, It's so fancy. I was taking the bus for a bit. This is the first time taking the bus when I don't have a car, so I actually have to take it. And I took my sister to Rocco's. She's very conservative, put together. Went to Harvard Business School, but I took her to Rocco's because I got to show her a good LA time, right? My dog is like, what the fuck is happening? Because there's no furniture everywhere. Like, where do I sleep? Like, what are you doing to me? You took all my soft spaces. She doesn't love it. She doesn't know if she's coming with me. Like, obviously she is, but she's very scared about that. Yeah, but it's like going a little bad when you get into watercolor painting, right? When you start painting with watercolors, what? And then it's like supposed to be beautiful, but it's like, no. But then you get to the beautiful painting that you draw with watercolors. Okay, just a personal experience for me, I guess. That's no worries. Yeah, who needs an Audi when you have the Culver City bus, right? Yeah, I love it. Okay, that's all I have, but you can find me. Oh, actually, Blink Twice. Has anybody seen that? Movie's really good, but it will fuck you up. We watched it, and it was a lot, but it was good. It's about Jeffrey Epstein's island. And it's like Get Out, but horror-filled, but yeah, but it was good though. I would still watch it. Anyway, love this place. You can find me on Spotify. I'm Trezza, Trezza, or on Instagram, TREZZAHHHH. So 4 H's. But yeah, thank you so much. Good night.
CC Trezza. CC Trezza. Give it up for CC Trezza. Hit me. CC Trezza. CC Trezza. Was that good? Give her some more love, you guys. Come on, it's a love fest we're going on here. My luck, I'd call the suicide hotline to get Hannah. Can I ask you a question?
That's funny.
It is. Well, you guys have been great tonight. You know what I mean? How do you feel you've been?
Great.
I think he goes, you didn't go up. Are you the rest of these people? That's okay. Well, listen, this is the end of our evening, and I want to thank you all for being here. You've been an adequate group, and if someone says you're funny, maybe you're funny, but you will not know it until you take it from the page to the stage. So I would like to wish you all, may the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for. I'm Patty, PADDYFORCOMEDY. Yeah, I'm nice at the end just to fuck with people. That's okay. But give it up for yourself one more time. And that's all. Good night, Sunda. Good night. Okay, you guys, that was a false end, much like Aaron talked about earlier. It's the pull-out game I always use the pull-out technique.